Day! Happy St. Patrick's Day, Brandy!
Happy you're not wearing green. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Bye. Hang on. Look at
You're wearing all red.
my blood today.
What's green?
My armpit. My armpit's green.
Oh, the sleeves
The
are green.
sleeves, yeah.
Because I'm like, what's happening here? Oh, I see your collar is green up under there.
Nobody knows. Like, they can't see. Mind y'all business.
Looking up under my clothes.
And obviously, you guys will get this after St. Patrick's Day. But,
of course.
You have any plans?
No.
Okay, just wondering.
What would I be doing on St. Patrick's Day?
Does he look like a bitch?
Exactly.
That's funny. All right, so what's going on? How's your week been? How's that revenge body coming out for you?
Revenge body. Well, apparently, I've been to the gym every day this week, Monday through today, Friday. And now I have a vein popping out of my boob. So that's awesome.
Oh, God. If it's not one thing, it's another.
I noticed it yesterday, so and it was right after I did a HIIT workout.
But does it hurt?
It actually is a little bit tender, yeah.
Okay. Is that warm?
No, it's not warm.
Just a little sore.
Yeah, you know what it feels like? It feels like a plugged duct. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But it's not, hot. And it's not, nothing's coming out, obviously.
Well, good luck with that. I don't really know how to speak about your boob vein.
Yeah, so when I go to the doctor at the end of the month, I actually, I probably could have gotten in sooner, but I made the appointment for a physical, and they're like, oh, well, we don't have anything for a physical until, if I just wanted to come in for a checkup or whatever, I probably could have gotten sooner.
Yeah.
But because physical, they have to, it doesn't even take longer. I don't even know why, because last time I had a physical, it didn't take that damn long, but they order, blood work and.
Yeah, I definitely need to do, my blood work and, figure out what's going on with me right now. And I'm pretty sure it's vertigo, because I was like, what the fuck? It's only when I lay down, the room just starts spinning. And, when I wake up in the middle of the night and I turn over, I get dizzy. Uh-huh. And then it's just okay.
When your eyes are open or when they're closed or both?
Both.
Yeah.
Both! Yeah. So, I have an appointment as well at the end of the month. So, guys, take care of yourselves. Go to the doctor. Get checked out, especially when you get old. Let's just get into this. So, I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this is Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's Bolt Bitches.
Hello, listeners. How are you guys? We are just plugging along into 2020 motherfucking 3.
March is halfway over.
Dude, this year's over. What are you even talking about?
Exactly. Q1 is over.
It's insane. But hey, guys, thanks for being here with us. Thank you for listening. Hello, patrons. We love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Huggy, huggy. Huggy, huggy, smoochy, smoochy. We love you guys. If you aren't a patron and you want us to love on you too, meet us on Patreon. Book of Lies podcast / what the fuck?
Patreon.com.
Patreon.com / Book of Lies podcast. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You can meet us on social, on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, on Instagram or Facebook at Book of Lies Podcast, or you can visit our website, bookofliespodcast.com. .com. Brandy. What are we going to talk about today?
Oh, God. We're going to talk about a case of stupidity and shenanigans.
I love stupid shenanigans.
We're going to be talking about Sherri Pepini today.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
So, Sherri Louise Grafe was born on July 11th, 1982. If you live in California, you know who this woman is. You probably weren't paying attention because it's a case of bullshit-ass shenanigans that happened over the course of 6 years.
Okay.
But she was born June 11th, 1982. In October 2009, she married Keith Pepini. And they had 2 children, a girl and a boy.
Oh.
Yay! Or a boy and a girl, whatever order you care about. I don't really fucking care.
One of each.
So, on November 2nd, 2016, Sherri Pepini goes out jogging.
Oh, I know. Okay, let's go. Yes, let's go.
They live in Redding, California. She goes jogging, and her husband comes home from work. At this time, she was 34 years old. Her husband comes home from work. He works at Best Buy. He comes home. He doesn't know where she is. She's not home, and he's worried. So he uses Find My Phone to find her and her earbuds, and her location is at the intersection of Sunrise Drive and Old Oregon Trail, which is about a mile from their house. But she's not there.
Okay.
She's gone. People are looking for her.
Yeah.
The cops are looking for her. Fucking the city of Redding is looking for her. Southern California is looking for this bitch.
Because she's white, right?
She's white and blonde.
What's that called? When the white ladies go missing and everyone like freaks out. White, you know. You know what I'm saying? When the white women go missing, people actually pay attention. Mm-hmm. But, you know.
She's a mom, too. I love her. Her children miss her. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm not trying to judge you, but, you know.
Well, she fucking is gone for 3 weeks. She's missing.
Oh, fuck.
Suddenly, she fucking appears at home on Thanksgiving.
Dinner ready? Y'all cook? Wow.
On Thanksgiving, she arrives. She's back. Oh, my God. Oh, honey, I'm so glad you're safe. Where have you been? Blah, blah, blah. Well, she tells her husband and the authorities that 2 Hispanic women kidnapped her.
I remember this story.
Yes. She says that they kidnapped her, they blindfolded her, or they covered their faces. It's always, or they had their faces covered, or they covered her head with a bag or whatever.
Yeah.
Sack. But no, okay, she didn't arrive home. She was found on the side of the fucking road.
On Thanksgiving?
Still wearing her restraints.
Mm-hmm.
On Thanksgiving, yes. About 150 miles south of where she had disappeared. 2 Hispanic women took her, and they kept their faces hidden from her, whatever. So she didn't know who they were. They branded her on her shoulder, and they beat her up. She was abused, her nose was broken, blah, 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 whatever, right? And they cut off her hair, and she was underweight when they released her. She was down to 87 pounds.
Oh, my God.
That's what her husband said. So the police were investigating this, and they were looking for a dark-colored SUV, which she said that, these women were driving, and that they had a gun. So this is what the authorities are looking for. Now, a dark SUV with 2 Hispanic women in it, that could be anybody.
Yeah.
Like, that could be a mom and a daughter. Like, that could be anybody.
Right.
But this is the vague-ass description that they get. So, of course, they're, like, looking for her. They're looking for this suspected vehicle. And, meanwhile, she's home, and she begins collecting Social Security and California Victims Benefits.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It is. Yeah. They get money for being a survivor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You survived, we're going to pay you. Sweet. Yay. The sheriffs were, they're still investigating, but her stories aren't making any fucking sense. They suspected her husband. He volunteered to take a polygraph test, which he passed, but, of course they didn't rule him out as a suspect in her kidnapping. And this carries on for years. Years. She was abducted in 2016. Nothing happens until 2022.
Oh, shoot. Okay, let's go.
So she, this whole time she's collecting these benefits. all this 6 years. They're still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. They what do you call it? They enforced search warrants, 20 search warrants. They were looking into cell phone records, people's bank accounts, people's email and social media profiles. They were fucking looking at, they're spying on people.
And they're it's
wasting resources.
Yeah, there it is.
That, yes, of course, because the FBI is involved. The federal authorities are involved now. When they, did her assault examination, they found both male and female DNA on her, neither of which were hers or her husband's. So, of course, this made them believe that there were suspects.
Mm-hmm.
They ran the samples through CODIS, and they found nothing. Nobody, no known criminals or whatever.
Whoever it was had no priors.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So in March of 2022, they reported that the DNA that they found on her clothing was that of an ex-boyfriend named James Reyes.
Bitch. Okay.
James Reyes is like, oh yeah, she was staying with me at the time that she was supposed to be kidnapped.
Wait a minute. So he doesn't bring forth this information until they find his DNA?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because he lives in Southern California. She got kidnapped in Northern California.
But he's
an ex.
Right, but this is like a statewide thing.
But why? What reason would she have to be in contact with this man? She's married and has 2 children.
What was I reading?
Right?
Okay, yeah.
So James Reyes is a non-factor at this moment, at the time of the kidnapping, because, he's an ex, and he's not to Hispanic women. And he lives in Southern California.
He is not to Hispanic women.
Okay. They don't know him. Why would they know him?
I'm not saying that they should have gone to him. I'm saying, why didn't he say, yo, bitch was with me? Like, she was here with me. But why? Why would he do that, I guess?
Because he helped her fake her kidnapping.
Got it.
So she went to him. She faked her own kidnapping so she could stay with him for 3 weeks and they could fuck.
That's why she underweight.
That's why she was kidnapped. She abducted herself.
So she could bone down.
Went to her ex-boyfriend's house so they could spend some time. She could be away from her kids and her husband. And she could be with James, whatever the fuck she calls him. So, yeah, they were there. 3 weeks had gone by. She wanted to go home after, 3 weeks. So he was like, okay. But she was like, I can't go home like this. They think I'm kidnapped.
Slap me.
She asked him to hit her. He was like, no, I'm not going to do that. However, he did volunteer to hold a hockey stick for her while she ran into it.
Oh, my God.
And he offered to throw pucks at her.
Oh, my God. So, obviously, he likes hockey, right? Because, oh, my God. This is so stupid.
It is the dumbest shit ever.
Okay.
So they fucking finally, they're like, okay, this is faked. The bitch is a liar. The white bitch that kidnapped herself that the world was looking for. And oh my God, we hope and I'm pretty sure Nancy Grace, I didn't pay attention, I didn't go through all that. But I'm sure Nancy Grace was like, oh my God, where's Sherri Pepini? Somebody knows something. And I know it was her husband. Where doesn't he know where his wife is? Well, you know how she does.
Yeah.
So, yes. Sherri Pepini is a fucking liar. And of course, I'm white. Of course, they're going to believe I'm kidnapped. Meanwhile, all of the missing juvenile African-American and black people in this country are just lost forever. She continued collecting benefits. She continued to maintain her story for 6 years. They asked her, police kept going back and asking her to, recount her story. Her story kept changing. It was inconsistent. But they couldn't prove anything until James Reyes was like, yeah, she was with me. Because the DNA was his.
He's like, no. This is what happened.
Yep. He also branded her shoulder because she asked him to, because they, the Hispanic women had branded her.
Right, because I was wondering what kind of brand and where.
She says that it's a passage from the Book of Exodus. So they took her ass into fucking custody because she was being stupid. They arrested her on March 3rd, 2022. The FBI took her ass in custody. They accused her of lying to federal agents and faking her kidnapping to spend time with her ex-boyfriend, away from her husband and family.
Mm-hmm.
And
wasting resources.
Immediately, she fucking was like, yeah, I did it. I did this. The prosecutors asked for 9 months because, 9 months. She only, 9 months is sufficient so for her to learn her lesson. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, she's been cashing these fucking state checks, showing no remorse for her behavior, but her attorneys are like, oh, she's a changed woman, blah, 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 blah. Well, at the age of 40 years old, she was fucking convicted of fraud and sentenced to 18 months. So they gave her double the time.
Okay.
Because, bitch, what's wrong with you? And that's the story of Sherri Pepini. It's pretty simple and short.
Oh my God.
So her ass is in prison right now. And she'll be out in, let's see, this is March. It's been about 12 months. She'll be out in about 6 more months if she doesn't get out early. Yeah.
So she was like, oh, I just wanted to, do we know like how her and the ex like rekindled? Were they talking on Instagram?
We don't have any of those details. They did do a Lifetime movie about it, but that was highly fictionalized.
Of course.
So we don't actually have any backstory about, they started messaging on fucking Facebook or whatever, and she was like, oh, I'd really like to see you. And he was like, yeah, let's, why don't you come down and see me? And she was like, okay, let me take my own kidnapping. No, we don't know if that's what happened.
Like, wow.
She couldn't even, she was a stay-at-home mom.
She was bored.
But she couldn't be like, you know what, hun? I think.
What does her husband do at Best Buy where she could be a stay-at-home mom? Is he like a district manager or some shit like that? Because if you're just selling appliances, I don't know if that's gonna fly.
Nobody said they were well off. They didn't ask for a ransom, obviously.
Right, but I'm just saying if she's okay.
But they did offer a reward for her to be found, so there was that. But yeah.
Well, at least they weren't just like, oh, they're like, bitch, you're going to jail.
You're going to jail. But not even for wasting resources. Like, that's the thing. Like, we spent a lot of money looking for your ass. Mm-hmm. It was, you lied to federal authorities. Oh, and you collected this money from, for victims. Right.
But if it was...
They didn't even ask her to repay. I don't think they didn't ask her to repay the money that she fucking collected for 6 years.
Ooh. But listen, if it was a person of color, oh, they must have ran off.
Yeah.
What this bitch did. Oh, they must have ran off. Oh, whatever. Mm-hmm. But white women don't want to run away and lie. The ones that want to run away. Exactly. I'm sorry. There's not a history of truth from this classification of person.
That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? I say 6.5 years.
Why is it always some minority that kidnap these bitches, though? Mm-hmm. It's always a white man. Oh, no, it was 2 Hispanic women this time. Mm-hmm. But it was a black guy. Mm-hmm. A black guy took my kids and drowned them in the lake.
Bitch, it was you!
Like, what the fuck?
Stop it. Stop. Listen, what I've learned from being on the school board is all of these kids are fucking liars.
All these kids.
When there's multiple people involved in a situation, everybody's story is different. Everybody's story is different. The waterworks, the tears. It was her. I didn't. Okay, what happened? Well, it was her. Well, she told me it was you. No. I did not. It's like, I don't know who to trust anymore. I don't know who to believe. And sadly, I don't believe you. I wanted to, but you're lying. You are lying, and now we have to punish you. And I feel bad every time. I'm like, no, let's just not. It's okay. Like, I don't know. I don't think certain punishment, like certain things should be disciplined the way they're being disciplined.
Right.
Like, we have an issue with attendance and suspensions, specifically in minorities. They track that shit. And who are you fucking suspending and kicking out of school for stupid shit? Handle it at school. Give them fucking detention. Give them work to do.
Yeah.
Keeping them out of school does not help them.
Right.
It helps your weak ass fucking people who are like, get this person out of here. We need to have
people who don't need to be teachers. That's what it is. The people who don't need to be trying to educate kids are the ones that are the problem.
The things that I am hearing that is happening with these current teachers would make your head spin.
This is the problem.
Would make your head, because they're humans and they're people too, and that's the problem.
You saw a bad teacher, right?
Yeah.
They get 3 months off of work in the summertime.
Yeah.
When they take their fucking vacations.
Yeah.
Or,
some of them work.
Some of them, yeah.
Summer school.
Work at yet another job or, exactly, because they don't get paid during summer break. But it's like, you guys, if you're going to be a teacher, then be there to teach your fucking kids. Mm-hmm. Don't complain when this kid is having a behavioral problem. And yes, lots of these kids have fucking behavioral problems. Mm-hmm. And that needs to be addressed at home. But again, the parents, there's a systemic issue happening right now, especially in this country with disrespectful ass kids. These
kids are so disrespectful.
But
and if I was a teacher, I'd be fired at every place because I would say, you know what, Mike? Mm-hmm. I will fight you. Sit down and shut up. Maybe and tell your mom to see me.
Maybe the teachers need to have that attitude because these complaining, whining, ignoring, or like I was watching a video where a teacher walked the fuck out. She was like, I'm done with this. This old lady has been working at a school for like 30 years.
Oh, them kids changed.
Exactly. They went from being well-behaved students that sat there with their fucking fingers clasped together listening to, what the fuck you gonna do? And recording and doing all that stuff. So,
You about to get your ass beat on Instagram Live. Sit down, Teddy. Sit down.
So, yeah, it's definitely, a culture shift.
I think we need to have parents sign that if your kid acts out, they're getting knocked out. Like, sign that. Sign it. You want your kids in this school, they gonna get some knucks. Come on. I'm saying, like, we need to change because these kids are too much.
Yes.
They are too much. Like,
and listen, the parents that are the biggest complainers are the ones whose kids are the worst kids.
Girl.
So, you know what I mean? Your kid is bad, and you're complaining.
There's a lot of enablement, like a lot of enabling happening, and lots of excuses. And it's like, hey, I'm actually talking to your kid, not you, daddy. Just let her talk and let her explain. Well, no, This kid is like 16. Let them talk.
Right.
Just stop. There's a lot of that happening. There's a lot of, well, my dad said I don't have to do this, or my mom said this, and this, that, and they bring that attitude into the campus.
There's no accountability. The kids aren't held accountable for their own behavior. The parents,
I mean, I'm a parent. My kid's an asshole. I will admit that. And it's like, every day, I'm like, hey, don't be an asshole. Get to class on time. Don't be disrespectful to these teachers because it's a hard job.
Yep.
It's a hard fucking job. And that's why
they don't get paid enough.
Well, that's why they're leaving.
Yeah.
New teachers don't get paid enough, but as they get tenure and they start making money.
Well,
they start making money. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to say, I mean, dealing with asshole kids is definitely not enough money. Nothing's enough.
Literally, like, that's the only thing that I'm like, if I do this substitute teaching, I want little kids. I want elementary school kids. I don't want to deal with high schoolers. And I probably don't want to deal with middle schoolers.
Because they will try and fight you. And guess what? I want some. Let's get some. Look, I've signed a disclosure here. If you step up, I'm putting you down. This is in my contract. I want it in my contract. And I want you to send the note home to all these parents. Because they're not going to read it. They're just going to sign it. Like, you signed it saying I can fuck your kid up. So, what's up?
Yeah.
It needs to change. And did I tell you about this video I was watching? And it was like the evolution of things. Like cars are different. Everything's different. But the thing that is the same is the educational system.
Yeah.
Having kids in classrooms, trying to get them to focus, and that has not changed.
It hasn't evolved.
Precisely. And these 2000 kids are fucking different.
Yeah.
They are different.
These Gen Z kids.
And
what's the generation? What is Gracie's generation going to be called? Who knows? But yeah.
TikTok. I don't know. The TikTok Gen TT. I don't know. We don't know. It is scary.
But yeah, no, they're different. Cause they ain't scared of nothing. Number one, cause like I remember I was scared to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got in trouble one time, and that was for ditching. And the only reason we got caught was because of a dumbass boy. So you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just ugh.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, if y'all got good kids, good for you. But
you know your kids are assholes. Here's the thing.
Put them kids in check.
There's this thing about like, and I've been, it's all over the social media. There's this side of parenting where there's these parents that are like, I love being a parent. Oh my God, blah, blah. Bitch, that's nice for you. But those of us who live in reality know our kids have issues. Mm-hmm. Our kids have fucking disciplinary problems. I mean,
they're so entitled as well.
And by I mean a lot of these fucking kids now. They have disciplinary problems. They talk back to everybody. They don't think they have to fucking listen to authority. Their asses are shaking their asses on their fucking phones instead of reading a fucking book. They're talking about doing drugs. Like, why are you talking about doing drugs? Like, what is that about? You don't even do drugs, but you're talking about doing drugs. This is weird.
This is what happens. Like, there are people who have raised their kids right. But then they get around all these other kids, and it's mob mentality. They start, I'm hanging out with so-and-so, and she's doing this, and they get around all these other kids, and they act a fucking fool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I was afraid of when I was, like, sending the oldest to school. I was like, she's going to be, like, she would come home and ask me these things. And I'm like, I'm not ready to talk to you about this yet. Like, why is someone telling you about this? Like, you're in elementary school. Like, you don't need to know about this.
This is higher than your pay grade.
Right. Like, you're not ready for this situation. And I can admit that we gave that one a phone too soon. And kids don't need phones until they're in high school. Like, they can't comprehend. People are depressed.
Give them a flip phone where they can make a phone call. They don't need smartphones.
Do they make those things anymore? Flip phones?
Yeah, they make flip phones. You can get them. You can buy them at the fucking store. You can go to the store, buy a flip phone, and put minutes on it.
That's what she needs. She needs a prepaid. I like that. Oh, so I canceled her phone line. And T-Mobile was like, well, do you want a watch phone? I was like, get out of here.
What's a watch phone?
Like, so they could just, like...
What the fuck is this? Get smart? Get the fuck out of here!
So they could text
we don't
and,
need
like...
that.
That's exactly what I said. We don't need that. Thank you. Like, I didn't have a phone in school. If they need me, they can call me from the school. When she wants something, she can pick up a friend's phone and text me. What she does now, the situation is, it's like they said, it's like a dopamine hit when you're on social. It's just like, ooh, yeah. They liked it. Like, who's looking?
Yeah.
And,
you saw that episode of, did you watch all of Black Mirror?
I watched some of it. I don't know if I saw what you're going to tell me.
There was an episode with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Okay.
So in this episode, they get graded. They get stars, like Uber drivers.
Yeah.
Any interaction you have with another person, they give you stars.
Okay.
They rate you.
Okay.
So Bryce Dallas Howard she wants to move into this apartment complex, but she has to have a star rating of 4.7. Her star rating is 4.4. Okay. So she's going around, being nice. People. I mean, she's nice anyway, but she's going around being extra nice, doing nice things, dropping off muffins for people, bringing them coffees, things like that. She has an interaction with an angry person, just a person who's already an angry person, and they give her like 3 stars. Ooh. And she's like, no, her star rating goes down. There's no speaking in this whole episode. Wait, actually there is, but it's not very much. Anyway, so then she's supposed to be in her friend's wedding or something, but her friend, of course, only wants people that have like 4.6 stars or whatever.
Oh my God.
So she disinvites her from being in her wedding or even coming to the wedding. So she's trying to get back in the wedding. She needs to get these stars so she can move into this apartment complex. So she wants to be in this apartment complex. She needs 4.7 stars to get in this apartment.
I've never seen this one. This is I'm anxious already.
It's not exactly that, but this is basically like, you know, she wants to get in this apartment complex. Her star rating needs to be this much. So she's doing all these things, but of course she's having mishaps. She, you know, bumps into somebody. He gives her, you know, bad stars. She just is, you know, making human errors. Being a human. Mm-hmm. You know, oops, sorry, I bumped into you. Excuse me. Well, you get 3 stars because you bumped into me. That kind of bullshit. So by the end of the episode, she goes to jail.
What? If you get a certain amount of a certain status of star?
She's like frantically trying to get, you know, stars, so she's doing stuff.
Okay.
And she gets arrested. But yeah, it's people who have like low stars that are in prison or in jail.
Dang.
So she's in a cell across from a black man who is also seems to be in the same situation as she is. And so at the end, they're just going, fuck yeah! And they're yelling fuck you to each other because they're so upset that, you know, this whole situation has even come about because they were trying to get their stars, you know. It's the episode is funny. Mm-hmm. It's not one of those like depressing Black Mirror episodes, but that's just what this reminds me of. Like these kids on these fucking phones trying to get likes on social media and doing stupid shit for likes. You know, breaking laws for likes, breaking rules for likes. Fucking damn near breaking their necks for likes. You know what I mean? Just stop.
Breaking each other for likes. Hey, leave us a review. 5 stars. Thanks. Segue.
5 stars.
Oh, God. It's scary. And I think we need to fix it because it's kind of like the phones have taken over. And I'm
looking at my phone.
Right, put it down. It's a problem.
I was looking at my Amazon thing, but anyway, go ahead.
It is a problem.
Yeah.
Put it down. You watching anything new lately? Did you finish You Part 2?
Did I finish? Did I finish? I was watching it. Did I finish it? I think I did finish it. Yes, I finished it. I had to remember everything. Yeah.
When you were like in our last episode, our birthday episode, I think, when you were like, well, who knows what he even did with her? And I'm like, no, he let her go. You and Jamal be like,
I pay attention.
Y'all be knowing things. Y'all be knowing things. So I watched it as well, and I was just like, fucking Joe, you're crazy. First of all, you're crazy.
He has, well, we already knew he was, you know, he had.
But then he
had a break.
Yeah, we separated her. We separated her. I did not see that twist happening because I was like, it's this guy, it's him, but it wasn't him. It was fucking crazy ass Joe. You can call me Crazy Joe. Oh my God. What'd you think about the ending?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember like what the last scene was. It's all blended into my.
The last scene is Joe and Kate.
Right.
Joe is back in the States, and like now he has Kate and all of her money. Cause like, was it Greg Kinnear?
Yes.
Was the dad?
He's an asshole.
I own you. What?
So weird.
Dad, stop being a creep.
When he was like, "Nice to meet you, Joe," I was like, "Oh God, another one!" Like, really, another one? Mm-hmm, but yeah.
I kind of liked what happened. Like I like that we had some closure with Marion.
Did we?
Yeah.
She died.
No, she didn't.
She didn't die?
No. So maybe you didn't watch the end.
I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, I might have been doing something else. I don't know.
So the last episode, the student, the one who like found her,
that girl,
she tells her side of the story as to what happened.
Right.
And she took some beta blockers or something that slows your blood, slows your heart rate or something, swapped them out for the pills that Joe had given Marion, and Marion faked her death.
Oh, got you. Okay.
She changed her phone number to her phone number in the phone, so when Joe texted that woman and that was saying that the baby's gone and the grandma has her, he was texting his student.
Oh, all right.
So that was a play. So she was like, just kill me. So he was like, oh, she's dead. And then she watched Joe drop her off on the bench outside. And then she, like, I don't know if she gave her the ketamine or whatever, or EpiPen or whatever.
Okay, got it.
And so she ended up with her daughter in Paris. But then she's reading an article on Joe, and she was like, fuck this guy. Like, second chance, fuck you, asshole. So yeah, exactly. So I'm happy for that aspect. But we wouldn't have found this out without the student, but he set the student up. So you must have missed the end. He set her up.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have to go back and watch, because I guess I have to go back and watch the last episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Because the last episode is called The Death of Jonathan Moore.
Oh, okay. What was I doing? I don't know. I watched it on Saturday, so I don't know.
Maybe you didn't see the final episode, Brandy. Oh, spoiler alert! Sorry. So anything else you've got going on? Anything you wanna? You wanna share something good? Yeah, it's vertigo.
Are you dizzy?
A little bit.
That's it. I just, March is already half over.
Spring is coming.
Thank God spring is coming, because this rain is, like, literally making me want to throw myself out of a fucking window. I can't stand it. Like, I like rain and everything, but not that much rain. And I like rain in the summertime, not the wintertime, because it's fucking cold.
Mm-hmm.
So, can we get summer rain? I love that. That's awesome.
Monsoon.
Not this cold shit. The cold shit has me pissed off. So yeah, I just, can't wait for the sun to come out when I can start dressing naked.
So I can start dressing naked. Okay.
I told somebody, I'm just going to be wearing booty shorts and hoe tops this summer.
Oh my God. Do you, girl?
So,
Revenge body. Oh my gosh. So I've been habit stacking. So it's like, okay, I'll be unloading the dishwasher and then I'll like do some squats. I'll feed the dogs and I'll like do lunges and stuff. I looked at my booty yesterday, girl. I was like, ooh, booty. Oh, I was like, okay, ooh. I see you, booty. Okay, let's go.
All right then. Nice.
Booty. Mm-hmm. And then Bryn says to me the other day, she's like, your butt is strong. I was like, what does that mean? She's like,
was she trying to punch your butt or something?
She was just like touching my butt. She's like, it's strong. Like, I was like it's a good butt. She's like, yeah. Like, thanks.
Fucking weirdo kids.
Yes, they are. But yes, spring is coming. I'm looking forward to that. The first day of spring is March 20th. And more than likely, it'll be spring when you're listening to this episode.
More than likely.
I've been playing in the garden. I've been making lots of garden content. Mm-hmm. That's my jam. Planted more seedlings. Seedlings? Are they seedlings? Yeah, I guess they're seedlings. Planted some seedlings out in the garden yesterday. I checked on them this morning to see if they survived.
Oh, the night?
Yeah. They're cold hardy crops, but you never fucking know. But I'm looking forward to that and just going hard in the paint. And, I got a bunch of garlic. I got at least like...
Did you say hard in the paint?
I'm trying to go hard in the paint, yeah.
Oh.
With growing this year, like preserving stuff and peppers and tomatoes and garlic and onions and lettuce and all the things.
All the crops.
I need more squash.
Look, you need to get some chicken.
I do need to get some. I need to go into that coop, and I'm afraid. because the rabbit's under there, and I'm sure there were like mice in there. I need to go and clean it out and like restructure and get my egg production going again. Because, hunty, these eggs is too expensive.
Girl.
Too expensive. Oh, and I have a Beauty's Biscuits event this weekend. Hey, guys, do you have a dog? Do they like snacks? Visit beautiesbiscuits.com. Get your dog some pumpkin dog treats. We've got turmeric for senior dogs, CBD for anxious dogs, peanut butter for dogs, period. Use offer code...
Peanut butter for dogs.
Duh, they like peanut butter. Use offer code LIES, LIES, and you will save 15% because I love you so much. Anything else we got for them, Brandy? Nope. Hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And leave us a review. It helps us grow. It helps people find us. And if you aren't already, give us a follow on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, Instagram and or Facebook, Book of Lies Podcast. You could visit our website, bookoflifepodcast.com. Or if you want to join us on Patreon and get some bonus content, some early episodes, some swag, meet us there. We have tiers that start at $2. Patreon.com/Book of Lies Podcast. And I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this was Book of Lies, the podcast.
It's Bolt Bitches.